Hi, welcome back to BuonaPappa. Today's recipe is dedicated to Halloween, a very nice and fun celebration. And we are going to mix today the Italian tradition with the American one because we're going to prepare a homemade pumpkin risotto with the spider net Parmesan cheese cream. That will be the fancy touch in order to celebrate Halloween. So let's start immediately together with the ingredients of what we need for today's recipe. First of all, of course, the main ingredient, pumpkin or squash. Today, I pick up a medium-sized sweet squash that is perfect for our recipe. And I'm using only 13 ounces of this nice squash. In addition to that, rice, of course. Risotto means arborio or carnaroli rice. And we are going to use 9 ounces of rice. 4 cups of 1 liter of nice and good vegetable broth. 2-3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Half an onion, a yellow one. And 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. For the cream, for our spider net cream, we are going to use 4 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 tablespoon of butter or oil, it's totally up to you, and half a cup of milk. So let's start together with our homemade risotto with pumpkin. First thing to do, I'm going to take our nice pumpkin, cut the pumpkin in half, because that's the quantity that I'm going to use. Take out the seeds from the inside, peel the pumpkin, cut the pumpkin in tiny squares. I'm going to take a nice medium-sized pan, turn on the heat at medium, add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to my pan. Let it warm for not even 30 seconds. I'm adding all my nice pumpkin into the pan. I'm reducing the flames to low and I'm covering my pan. I will let my pumpkin cook for 15-20 minutes. Basically, I want the pumpkin to get tender. And once in a while, I will just open and keep it stirring because I just used a tiny amount of oil and I'm using basically the water from the pumpkin to cook itself. Nice and tender, our pumpkin is ready. So now we're going to turn off the heat and we're going to take another medium pan that is, as you can see, higher than the first one. We're going to place our pan on the fire, medium flame, and we're going to add the remaining 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and the half onion that I chopped, minced in tiny pieces. Woo! We are going to stir our onions. Woo! I always cry when there are onions around. Okay. We are going to stir our onion and we are going to let it cook for 2-3 minutes. Basically, we want the onion to get tender and almost transparent. Meanwhile, we are going to place half of our pumpkin in a container because we want to puree our pumpkin. Let's go back to our onions. It's time to add the rice. That's a very important part for the risotto. So this is when we have to keep stirring for 1/2 minutes the rice because we want the rice to get very shiny. It's time to add our broth. Our vegetable broth is still warm. We are going to add 1 little at a time, and the first time we're going to add 3 little. Starting from now, the cooking time of the risotto will start and it will be 18 minutes from now. And we are going to keep stirring it, and when the broth will be absorbed by the rice, that's the time where we need to add more broth. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare my Parmesan cheese cream, with which I'm going to prepare my spider net. In a small container like this one, because basically the Parmesan cream will just serve as a decoration for our risotto, we're going to place 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, all together with 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. We're going to turn the heat on at low, add our milk, and we're going also to add our Parmesan cheese. And we will keep stirring up until a nice cream will be formed. We want our cream to get very thick so that we will be able to use it as a decoration. The more you cook it, the thicker it will get. See, our cream is already thickened. That's perfect. We are going to turn off the heat, and we do have time to concentrate on our risotto now. I will also add some broth to the pumpkin puree because that's how it will get loose and nice and ready to be added to my risotto. It's also time to add the remaining pumpkin that has not been pureed. 1 minute to go, and our risotto, as you can see, it's almost ready. Very final touch will be to add our Parmesan cheese, turn off the heat, and keep stirring because we want the Parmesan cheese to melt nicely inside our risotto. As soon as the timer will beep, our risotto will be ready to be served. One important thing about the risotto is to serve it immediately. I mean, just wait 5 minutes before serving it. Our risotto is ready. We are going to place our risotto in our nice Halloween cups, and we are going to create a spider net using our Parmesan cream. Today's recipe was dedicated to Halloween, was our pumpkin risotto with Parmesan cream spider net, and we're going to see together next week with another recipe from BuonaPappa. And as always, buona pappa a tutti, buon risotto and buon Halloween a tutti. Bye!